Hello? It's your boy Zeals calling. Could I speak with your translation team manager, please? I just wanted to tell him or her about smashing that thumbs up button. You don't have a translation team. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. You know what? That's fine. That's all I needed to know. Thank you so much. You know what? Can you do one more thing for me though? Play my intro, baby.
Hit you with that
Hey, what's up everybody, it's your boy Zeals. Welcome back to the channel. For all you new folks out there, my name is Josh, and this week we have the Heroic Summon event with the new hero named Nakia or Nokia. I don't know what it is, but we have a new hero from the Biz faction, Assassin. We're going to be talking about her shortly, but we also have some events going on as well. The Matchmaker campaign. We got hearts everywhere. We got the love and the waifus and all of that stuff going on right now. Let's discuss that, but before we do so, I do want to give a shout out and a warm welcome to my two newest members of the Patreon family. Thank you so much for supporting me, Mark as well as Balls Johnson. Thank you so much for your support. It really means so much to me with all these accounts that I have to manage now. Oh man, all my Patreon money, you guys know where it's going at. All right, my baby account. Before we talk about the events, which is pretty much straightforward, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Nakia. I don't know what to say, man. Oh, I just facepalm. You know, yesterday, Twitter, right? Idol Heroes official Twitter, talking about the new hero. They released the video of her, and apparently she does bleed. Not only bleed, right? I mean, there's bleed all over her. She's a bleeding. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's always bleeding people. Not only that, but she does extra bleeds or extra, you know what? Just extra damage against retarded folks. Now, this is not me saying it. It's the DH Games, whoever's in charge of the English translations, because on the Korean side, it's fine. It doesn't say retards. It doesn't say that at all, guys. Properly translated, but in the EN, the English side of things, I guess their translators use Urban Dictionary or something for the word slow the targets. Yeah, but basically, she does deal extra damage against slow targets. That's pretty much her synergy. She has the bleed synergy and she has the speed reduction synergy. So let's talk about that, right? I'm not going to read all the abilities. I mean, you guys have great eyes yourself and you have great reading potential. So we're just going to talk about pretty much what she does. Her active attack, you know what? I always like to go backwards because it just makes sense to talk about passives first and then it ties in with the actives. So her last passive, the third passive, Relentless Rage. So basically, simply put, when she does a basic attack, right, or an active skill, active attack or basic attack, she's gonna bleed everybody. Every time she does something, she's like, bleed, bleed, bleed everybody. Get my, twin blades or daggers. I don't know what my left hand is doing. My left hand does not move. It's behind my buttocks, but my right hand has got the twin blades, right? And with the glaive or whatever, that little dagger, she's gonna bleed everybody. All right, and she's beautiful. That's what, according to her. All right, so she's gonna do that. But when she crits, she's gonna deal more bleeding damage. And if you guys are thinking, wow, she does more bleeds if she crits, I'm gonna build her into crit. Not necessarily. You don't have to stack crits because dots don't really crit. Damage over time, the bleeds don't crit. Now, if they also crit, then you'll see crit having a higher value. So let's talk about her second passive, which is what got me really excited, which is that her basic attack bleeds everybody in the back line and pretty much classifies them into the quote-unquote retard territory. Basically, what that means is that she slows them. It doesn't mean the other is slow, it just slows her speed, right? By 30 points. So this has potential. Literally, the patch has come out 20 minutes ago. I'm home right now. I'm pretty much half naked and I just woke up. I can't even open my eyes. I mean, I can't open them anyways, but so she reduces speed by 30. Why is that interesting? So let's go back here. Let's go back. Let's check out this hero, which is, if you guys checked out my double penny video, the PvP and the CLN, well, mostly in PvP, right? I'm in Raw. Why am I checking out that, right? So her speed 1172. Basically, Nakia, oh my god, I'm so tempted to say Nokia, but okay, so Nakia, she reduces Amon-Ra's speed by 30, bringing it down to 1142 at 10 star. So basically, at E5, E3, whatever your meta is at, it's gonna reduce your speed slower then of course your Almond Ra, your DAs, your Aspen even, and even your Asmodel if you are building those heroes with Speedstone, which is not a rare sight, to be honest. Especially Aspen, I do see a lot of speed Aspens. I mean, of course, people do opt for the crit stone and things like that, but you can go with that. So if people are using Almond Ra in the back line, which most people are, then her speed will be reduced. But if they put Almond Ra in the front line and you have your Almond Ra, then your Almond Ra is pretty much going to have a high probability or chance to lock her down with her active attack, which does have that 70% petrify as well. Alright, so another thing, if she reduces the backline Dark Arthindel, and Dark Arthindel usually in the backline anyways, unless you are not in the end game, and then you can see kind of like slot 1 Dark Arthindels, you know, just ramping up that damage, a crit build, but mostly in the end game, most Dark Arthindels are speed builds. Alright, so if the Dark Arthindel is in the back line and Nakia does a basic attack, reduce her speed down to 11 and 58. And once again, if your team, you can kind of build a team for like Need for Speed with Speed Stones and kind of like try to fit in as many powerful strikes before Dark Arthindel's active. So you can kind of do that. We haven't seen it. Maybe not, maybe so, we don't know, because one thing about Nakia is that she does not have damage reduce, and for most endgame, especially the Megalodon spending thousands and thousands of dollars, the reason why they're not going after her is that she is an assassin hero. So they have to completely commit into the assassin tech, which they have kind of teched out of because of the new guild tech so expensive in terms of the guild coins to max out the new guild techs, especially the damage reduce against mages and warriors, and the CC reduction especially for the petrify and even for stuns, for those that can afford the guild coins on that. So it's a huge commitment for the big players, right? The Megalodons. So I don't know if they're going to go after her right now. They're hesitant. They're like 50-50. They're like, oh man, they're really itching to get her, but we'll see about that, guys. I'll update you guys once I do have her. But mostly, I think the people that are not in the end game or people that are focused on PvE, they're really gonna like Nakia. All right, so let's talk about our first passive. Look at that. This is a lot of stats, right? So every hero now, the passive list looks just bigger and bigger. For example, if you guys want to check out like some OG heroes, some OGs, like look at Rosa, 2 passives. That was pretty much the OG old ways, just having 1 or 2 passes. But now we're seeing not 3, not 4, but what is this? We got an attack multiplier 35%. We have that crit 35%, which does have synergy with this, with the last passive, right? And that's why you don't have to really spec into crit. She has crowd control immunity by 30%. She has speed going, and she also does extra damage, extra toasty, baby, against the bleeding targets by 80%, kind of like Bloodblade, but she's more effective than Bloodblade now. So basically, she's gonna be the new Bloodblade, but in the Abyss faction. So the Ferocious Bite, God, that reminds me of the World of Warcraft face, the Druid cat form. Basically deals damage, has a bleed, and does a lot of damage, deals extra damage against the not retarded targets, but slow targets. The only quote-unquote retarded folks right here. Gotta give it to the company, alright? +1 for the company. So basically her active skill has a nice synergy with her basic attack, and by the way, it does stack. But not only that, when she does deal that random damage to 2 backline targets, basically she's gonna do her basic attack because she's super fast. We're gonna talk about why. And then she's gonna do her active attack, and it's gonna pretty much do ridiculous damage to the backline targets, which will be slowed anyways in most scenarios, and deal extra, you know, toasty 198% of her attack bleed damage for 15 rounds. Even when she dies, that bleed will continue to roll. So it's pretty cool, guys. If she gets an active off or 2, she's at least going to have that immense bleed pressure. All right, so that's gonna work really well for your team. I could see like RLS teams working. I could see maybe some Ruin comps working, but one thing's for sure, she's gonna be really good for PvE, especially against Broken Space. We have no clue about that because Broken Space, it's going under this maintenance right now. We have no idea what's going to happen, but for PvE in general, she's gonna do a lot of damage, and Broken Space is considered backline anyways. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. And yes, you can slow the bosses, so yeah, there will be that nice, you know, extra damage boost. Cool. Now, the reason why Nakia will be one of the fastest, reliable heroes in the game, other than, well, Ada with the Speed Stone and Speed Artifact, is because you want to kind of build her with an Augustus Magic Ball or pretty much a Speed Artifact, because you want it to go fast in round 1 to reduce the backline hero's speed, right? That's what I was talking about earlier. Basically reducing their speed, like Amon-Ra in the backline or DA in the backline. And by doing that, you can kind of opt your team out of the speed enabled talent as well, at least one of them. And especially if you know how to fine tune your team and you have memorized your server's meta and what the backline heroes are in your server, you can kind of, you know, tinker your team to do that, so that speed reduce will come in handy, and she will always get her basic attack off. But the question is, can she get her active off, right, in round 2? I mean, is she gonna be sitting in a CC? We don't know about that. Like, she is gonna be squishy, like I said. She has no freaking damage reduced like Penny, and her HP isn't like out of this world, and she doesn't even have like reflection armor. So, like, you know, double Amon-Ra maybe. I know I'm talking crazy here, but like, she needs kind of like an Amon-Ra, right? Yeah, I mean, who doesn't in this today's meta in PvP anyways? But in PvE, she'll be fine, all right? Now, you don't necessarily need a wolf pet. You don't need a wolfie. Penny does have a burn, and you can use a phoenix. You don't have to spec out of your phoenix and make a wolf for her. I mean, unless you don't have any burning heroes, then yes. But Nakia, she can work well with Penny, right? Or other burn heroes like Sigmund or Deathsworn or whatever you want to call it. You can bring them, and with Phoenix, she'll be fine. All right, she'll be fine. Now, the question is she worth building for PvP? Yes and no. Yes, in that it's nice to have. You can work with it, play around with it, but I don't think it's gonna be like the meta setter. It's not it's not even a word, but it's not gonna, you know, fix the meta. The Amon-Ra, the Adas and stuff like that, it's not gonna really fix it. It may cause a little hindrance or roadblock. You know, people may be confused by it, but there is gonna be a workaround to Nakia, or maybe if people have multiple Nakias, I don't know about that. But in terms of PvP, like I said, nice to have, not mandatory. But in PvE, woo, I'm interested to see her abilities, man. I'm interested. She does not have any self-sustain, self-heals like in Aspen Dungeon, but oh my god, her damage is just gonna be, I'm gonna be screaming. That's all I'm gonna say. I would love to see her doing damage, but everybody's got, you know, their monthly events finished by now. Mine's resetting in less than, what, 48 hours on both my accounts. So most people have killed their broken space bosses. Can't really put Nakia up in there and see how much damage she can do at E5. But we'll find out, guys. We'll find out. So overall, initially, my score isn't that high for Nakia. 1, she's Abyss. 2, she's Assassin. That's the only thing that's holding her back, right? Assassin and Abyss in the endgame PvP. Abyss because, like, you know, there's Cruz, right? Hello? And Nakia, yeah, she has potential, but you kind of have to break auras. I don't know, guys. I was hoping that Nakia would be a little bit stronger, but guys, we have to see how she does in combat. Now, the matchmaking campaign. Remember, guys, the DH games, they want us to be dating outside right now. They want me to be outside, right? They don't want me to be on my freaking computer recording this video. They want me outside on my mobile device and spending my money on dates or something. But basically, guys, if you've ever had a Lutz, or an Eboli, or a Cthulhu, or a Queen, you're gonna get these sweet rewards, and they'll be sent to your mail. Alright, so even for the new accounts, this is not too hard to complete. If your account is maybe a month old, you're gonna have Cthulhu from the shelter. You can get Queen from the regular 5-star shards. Same with Lutz and Emily. I mean, speaking of Emily, I got 4 of them. Baby Zeals. Alright, so I got her back to back to back to back. So Oberon is in the altar event this week, and Heart Watcher from the leveling reward at level 90, you get her as well. So the first 3 rewards is pretty Gucci. Alright, you got 10 scrolls, which will fuel your Heroic Summon event, especially for your new folks out there that are going to participate, like my baby alt account. I'm gonna do that. 5 profit orbs, I'll take that, and the gems, 770. Couldn't they just give us another 7? Anyways, guys, that's a small stupid complaint. And we have Horus. If you complete the Prophet Orb event, you get that and a Nakia. So you get the 5-star armor pieces, which is great. It's free. It's awesome. It's much better than getting the 4-star armor from the Shelter event, which will cost you fodder pieces. So these are free stuff. Nothing to complain about. Orange artifact shards. I'm not gonna get this on baby Zeals. Unless I'm crazily lucky or something like that. I don't even know if that's a word, crazily. And for getting Amon-Ra and Aspen, for you veterans, you're gonna get an elite, right, hero shard. Speaking of which, we have, bam, up in here, we got the Pennyzer. Where's the Pennyzer? Alright, where's the Penny? Where's she at? Alright, it's in the first tab. So there's a Penny for 60 glory relics. And we're gonna talk more about Penny very shortly. I have some hidden villages. But if you guys are curious how double Penny would do in like endgame PvP scenario, then you could check out my yesterday's video. You'll see the link up above. But in terms of PvE, of course, single E5 Penny or just any Penny, 5-star, even at 5-star, I've proven that with my baby Zeals account. You know, 6, 9, whatever. Penny's awesome in PvE. All right, and I'm gonna showcase more of that very shortly. No spoilers, guys. I'm sorry, but no spoilers. All right, that's gonna be awesome. And double Penny, even in PvE, is still good. It's still good, which we'll discuss very shortly, like I said. And we have that out of the way. We have that in the Glory Relic shop and from the Elite 5-star pool. Hope you guys get lucky with that. All right, let's talk about the Dreamy Wedding. All right, which is pretty much pay to get, baby. So if you spend $29, you're gonna get a 5-star Emily. Right? Which, I guess if you don't have an Emily, you're going to get that out of the way. And you're also going to get, oh my god, there's a freaking spider in my room. And you're also going to get, for that 29 hard-earned dollars, you're also going to get the Hymn to Summer Valentine's Day skin. What? Let me see the calendar here. I mean, aesthetically, in terms of waifu territory, she's not a 10 for 10. She's maybe like a 6 or 7 or 8 out of 10. Because, I don't know, she's just way too skinny. Her, you know, her cheeks, I kind of like it a little bit more plump and rounded, you know, just nicer looking. Alright, so we got the Cupid's Blessings as well. What is this? Love Everywhere. So we got that for $49.99 for all you folks in US. We're gonna get 10 Prophet Herbs and the 40 Heroic Summon Scrolls and 2,500 gems. In terms of the overall value, in terms of DH Games pricing, this is pretty worth it. Yeah, and you're getting this nice skin. It has speed. Okay, another speed skin, which is pretty much mandatory. What is this? Okay, a VIP 11, 12, 13 in 3D. It's in his hand. The gem with the golden wings or leaflets. And has damage reduce HP. Pretty good, solid stats for PvP. Not gonna lie about that, team. So that is awesome skin. I actually like his skin more than the Heart Watcher skin. Speaking of Heart Watcher skin, we have to talk about the, okay, so attack, crit, damage reduce, great for PvE. Alright, so, actually even good for Aspen Dungeon. So let's talk about the continuing Grey Doors Blessings. Alright, we're done talking about that one. The packs, alright, the packs. And of course, when you get a Nakia from the Heroic Summons, you're gonna get the 3-star armor, basic stuff. And we have our boy Lutz up in here. What's up? What are you doing? So our third tier, 200 summon in, I'm gonna get my Lutz, baby, because I have 200 scrolls on Baby Zeal's account, so you're gonna get a baby Lutz up in there. And at 400, you're gonna get Nakia, and 500, you're going to get the glorious relic. I thought it was glory relics, but it's glorious. All right, so it's upgraded, and it's gonna be capped at 4 loops. Pretty common stuff, right? And of course the altar exchange, exciting stuff for all you new folks out there. I mean, I would love to say get that Heart Watcher. If you got none, then I'll get the Heart Watcher, but I mean, she's not that hard to get. I had at one point over 20 Heart Watchers, 20 freaking Heart Watchers, because when I do Prophet Orbs, I always get it from the swaps when I was trying to get like Valkyries or Oberon. But if you had the altar coins, Aspen is a monster of its own because of the max HP stuff in PvE, and it just, oh my god, Aspen even at 5-star will pretty much tear up PvE up until guild boss around 30ish. Then at 5-star he's not gonna really do well unless your monster level is kicking up a notch. Yeah, so it's a hard choice between that. I mean, if you're a new player and you know you're not a big spender, Oberon, not really. Not really. Even in like Sealand, Oberon, yeah, he's strong, but he's not the strongest. Like Gru is even better, in my opinion. Gru, even Vesa or Valkyrie, of course, they are gonna do much better in carrying you in Sealand. And other than that, in like Broken Space territory, I mean, Oberon's nah. And PvP, of course, Oberon is sick. If you guys want to see double Oberons, check out yesterday's video once again with the double pennies and the double Adas and all of that stuff. Alright, so that's in the yesterday's video. But generally for the low spenders and, you know, the new players, I'm gonna say get Heart Watcher or Aspen. For all the veterans, I mean, you can just skip this or just get an Aspen if you need an Aspen. If you have like a lot of altar coins. Other than that, it's not, you know, out of this world crazy. I mean, it's not an Amun-Ra. Speaking of Amun-Ra, she's not in the glorious relic shop just yet, which is kind of good and bad at the same time, because good in that like the end game meta is not going to be Amun-Ra everywhere. Bad in terms of people like kind of want to build her and been waiting. So of course over time we're going to see Nakia in action. All right, it's going to come slowly. I don't want to do everything in one day and then run out of content. So just stay tuned. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up and the subscribe button. If you want to support me, your boy, on Patreon, you can do that as well. I'm actually posting there every day now. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys very shortly. Peace.